sorry, kid, but I haven't even started with this creep. And I don't want you watching the rest. It'll give you nightmares.
Oh, yeah. So will the show.
The show will give you nightmares,
Yeah,
Peter.
I don't want you watching the rest, Sheldon.
Nightmares. It is noon, Peter.
It is noon.
I hope everyone's having a great lunch hour here in lovely St. George, Utah.
Do feel free to stop by with sandwiches
Please do, yes.
and beverages.
We'll take anything.
I'll take a latte with 2 sugars, thank you.
Peter hasn't eaten in days.
No, and I'm really, really hungry. I may pass out on the air. Again.
You are listening to the local celebrity show here on KTM 95.3 FM, your community-friendly radio, and I am your host, local celebrity Sheldon Demke.
How are you, Sheldon?
I'm doing great. I am the man
You are.
with 1,000 faces
Yes.
and only one name.
You've made 1,000 movies this morning.
That is,
in fact. Yes.
that is quite accurate. Actually,
It is.
That I am the local celebrity because this town needs a celebrity, a beacon of light, as it were.
Yes.
To look up to.
A lighthouse in the rocky.
One local celebrity to rule them all, shall we say? And here I
One
am.
local celebrity to take everybody there and back again.
Someone needed to stand up, Peter.
Yes.
And be that local
And
celebrity.
you are that man,
And
sir.
I am that man.
Yes.
And I might as well be that man. Bruce Bennett was second in line, but I'm like, nay,
And Adam Bass was busy, so.
nay, nay.
And,
I shall be.
Dave Becker was asleep, so.
As he usually is.
Yes.
But there's no shame in that.
There is no shame in that.
There's no shame at
Any
all.
other day of the week, and I still would be.
That is very true.
That is true.
And there might be a little shame in that. Oh, Peter, it was quite a weekend.
It was.
Did you have a good weekend?
I did have a good weekend up until yesterday. Yesterday, not so much, but Friday, Saturday, good.
Seeing these pictures on Facebook, you can see Peter on Facebook.
Yes, you can.
KTM Peter Gunn Show.
Yes, Facebook, KTM Peter Gunn Show.
And if you haven't liked it yet, which there's a few of you that haven't yet, please go
Please.
on.
There's no
KTM
shame in it.
There's no shame at all. And while we're at it, KTM Local Celebrity Show. That's this show right here. Please go on Facebook and like that as well.
No shame in that either.
There's no shame at all.
No.
Because everyone loves a celebrity.
Yes.
And everyone really loves a local celebrity. So
And what's not to love about Sheldon Demke?
honestly, that it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
It really is. No, I saw you on Facebook and you're hanging out with the ladies. So you had a wonderful weekend.
I decided to, I think, outside the bun and do a little bit of socializing.
Wow.
Goes against the grain of everything I usually stand for, but yes.
Those of you who know Peter know the man stays in his hobbit hole.
I don't get out much.
He will not roam out of his cave.
No.
But I'm so glad you're here hosting the show with me, Peter.
It's always a pleasure, sir.
You are my gentle Ben to my Grizzly Adams, as it were.
Thank you so much. And by the way, ladies, I make Hercules look like a despicable minion.
He does. He does. That is, I will attest to that.
Yes, I work out.
That is a true statement, as it were. I'm so glad you're here. If you want to hear Peter Gunn, listen to the Peter Gunn Show, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 5 to 7.
Thank you, sir.
Right here on KTIM.
Yes, please do. There's no shame in it.
It's a wonderful show, and you should hear him do the weather. It's one of my favorites. When he does the weather, it is
Yeah, the rest of the show sucks, but the weather
woefully inaccurate.
Yeah, but
It
the
is.
weather report, oh, you'll have a blast.
It is fantastic. So we've got, we talk on this show. What do we do on this show?
We dive into the world of movies, Sheldon, both local and national. We stick our big toes into the ocean of film.
That is correct, sir.
Yes.
This is the film show because this town is a mecca of filmmakers.
It is.
I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, you can't even go to Walmart without bumping into one.
No, I know.
And believe me, try being me for a day. I can't go anywhere. I cannot go anywhere.
The man is, I kid you not, the man is wearing a wrist splint right now.
Oh, yes.
And it's because he can't go anywhere without having to sign an autograph.
It's true.
Really.
Oh my
And this is the end result.
My back pockets are full of Sharpies. It's my life. It's my life. But this is the life I've chose.
Yes.
So.
And it chose you, Sheldon.
Yes, it did. I can't stop fate, as it were.
And I see sitting over as I side-eye the right side of the room that
Yes.
the very lovely Bernie Brady is...
Bernie Brady is here.
Yes.
And she, the beautiful Bernie, get over here, Bernie.
Get over here, Bernie.
We got to hear that. We got to hear that voice. It's a Monday. People out there need a little Irish.
They need a
in their
Monday
life.
pick-me-up.
You need to be Irish in your life.
Oh.
Hello to all our wonderful listeners. And I got a little shout out. I got back from LA and I got to hang out with Jerry O'Connell and I got to screen The Lookalike. So check it out. It comes out in theaters on the 17th. What date's today? Because I have totally lost track.
Today is the 17th.
Those of you who don't understand Irish,
Yeah.
Bernie was in L.A. for a movie premiere.
Right, and she hung out with Jerry O'Connell.
Over here, Bernie, over here. She hung out with Jerry O'Connell. Everyone knows Jerry O'Connell.
And she watched The Lookalike,
The Lookalike.
which debuts today.
She walked the red carpet with Jerry O'Connell. How was that?
It was fantastic. It was great. And we also got to hang out with, what's his name? William?
Fitchner?
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's a
gosh,
good job I'm here.
I slaughtered his name. I was talking to him and I'm like, what's your name? Willie something?
Willie
It was
something.
so
That's always a
funny.
good start for an interview, Bertie. Yeah.
Well, he laughed about it.
Start with what's your name and go from there. Yeah.
That's why I call everybody Love. Hey, Love, how's it going?
Willie Finching in the studio, kids.
He was actually pretty cool.
I've
but-
always enjoyed Willie Fitchner as an actor. I'm a big fan of Willie Fitchner. Yeah.
And
Even in the Turtles movie.
check out the trailer. It's actually really good. It's got Justin Long in it. See, I told you I slaughter everybody's
You gotta work
name.
on the names a bit, Bertie.
Oh, and here we got a little shout out for Sheldon.
I hope has this been pre-edited?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
1 second while we switch plugs. Punch it, Sheldon.
You ready?
Why isn't it working?
Why isn't it working? The story of my life. Please work.
Wow. I'm gonna leave that right there.
I'm on about the coffee pot.
I see. Yes, I knew that.
Really?
No audio from said premiere. No little snippets.
Nothing's coming through. That's weird.
Oh, I wanted to hear the sound of Jerry O'Connell's voice.
Oh, Sheldon.
I
come
wanted to
on.
hear Bertie butcher Willie Fitching's name.
Well, that was afterwards at the after party. I
Were you
didn't
drunk at
actually
the
get
time?
to talk to him. I was not indeed. I was drinking water and lemon.
I bet you were.
Oh no, you can hear it. You can hear it.
1 second. Let me crank this and see.
Like this. Here we go.
I'm so sorry. You're listening to the local celebrity show.
Demke on K2.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Jerry O'Connell. You're listening to the local celebrity show on Sheldon Demke on K2.
You are actually on Sheldon Demke right now. Wow.
Well, don't worry because about 5 of them slaughtered his name.
I did see some of the sound clips that you got. Some of the video clips that you got, and they completely massacred it.
Well, I've got a very unique name, Peter.
You do.
It's very German. Don't go anywhere.
Don't
Bernie.
go anywhere, Bertie. We're gonna strap you to the chair, dude.
You are here for the long haul.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. I don't care if you do have a meeting.
It is Monday out there, everyone, and everyone needs a little Irish. You stopping traffic when they hear your voice. You stop traffic, Bernie.
Yes,
I stopped traffic. Wow, and they haven't even seen me yet.
I know. I fall over every time I hear your voice, Bertie.
Well, I'm the same with you. You know
I
what?
know.
I want Peter to read me a bedtime story at night, just to put me to sleep.
I'm available after 7.
Everybody wants Peter to read that story. Everybody does.
And I'm tired of reading them to just Sheldon, so I do need to...
He also does weddings and bar mitzvahs. And,
yeah, and every second Sunday of every third month of Bris.
Okay, what's next?
What's next? Yeah, what's next, Sheldon?
So you had a wonderful time at this movie premiere for The Lookalike, Jerry O'Connell. Just a really fun time in L.A. You get in all the swanky parties, Bernie. You're kind of a woman of the world.
Why, thank you. And I can actually say, like, they're the best part. You know, like, I think going to the parties afterwards, because that's where you can really get to meet them one-on-one.
Yeah,
and
you
have
don't
a
really care
decent
about the movies, do
conversation
you,
with them.
Bertie? It's about the parties.
What was the
Bernie
movie
just
again?
texts through the whole movie.
She's busy sexting while the movie's playing. And
Jerry O'Connell's throwing popcorn at her. Shut your phone off. It's all about the parties, Bernie.
Where's the open
That's it.
bar?
It's all about the party.
Yeah.
Holla.
And there's no shame in that. There's no shame.
Now, have you heard from Jerry O'Connell since that wonderful evening? Has he stayed in touch?
What do you mean? My phone's ringing now?
It's blowing up.
I'll get him later.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Marty Scorsese's calling.
That's next week.
It's his birthday today, by the way.
Marty Scorsese's birthday?
Yeah, it's his birthday.
Is it? Oh, he's such a good fella.
106, I think. He's been around.
Still not as old as Clint Eastwood.
No.
And we know he's listening to the show, so
Oh, yeah.
happy birthday, Marty.
Oh.
Oh, Marty appreciates that. Oh, he just texted me. It was just a heart. So, but I know what that
And
means.
an emoticon.
Oh man. So you're listening to the local celebrity show on KTM.
On Sheldon Demke.
On Sheldon Demke, as Jerry O'Connell would say. You're listening to the local celebrity show on Sheldon Demke. A lot of things happen on me, and I love every moment of it. We're here with Bernadette Brady. She talked about her trip to LA to a movie premiere of The Lookalike.
And how was the lookalike, Bernie? Do you highly recommend it? Two
Yeah,
thumbs up?
it's actually really good. I would go see it.
Now, Justin Long, who is the star of said film, was not actually at the premiere, was he?
No, he was off in, as far as I know, China. He was off shooting another movie.
Off in China.
Or somewhere like that.
I was off in China
one of
once.
those foreign places.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. According to his PR.
Right.
One of those foreign places.
But, yeah. I'm from one of those foreign places. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was good. Like, go check it out, or even check the trailer out. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
don't worry about the movie. Just watch the trailer.
Just watch the trailer.
Yeah.
You'll know everything you need to know about
You'll
the
get the
movie.
gist. And you'll save yourself a lot of time.
When is that? Is that coming out a wide release today, you said?
Yeah, it comes out today.
17th.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Coming out today at a
Yeah,
theater,
okay.
a theater near
A ringing
you.
endorsement for Bernie Brady. For the, what was it? The long one.
The lookalike.
The lookalike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the long one. I don't know where I got that from. Where's my mind?
From the weekend. Yeah.
Yes.
It was,
Should we take a look at the box office?
yeah, why not? Let's do the box office. Why not? Let me get you some box office music. Here we go. Here we go. Doing the box office. Quite a fun box office.
Oh, yeah. Back on the box office beat.
Yeah. Did you watch any movies over the weekend, Bernie?
Yeah, the lookalike.
Which is not in the top 5.
No.
Or the top 10.
Not yet.
But it's coming.
Gone Girl held at number 5.
Gone Girl's still in there.
Chugging along like
that
the
is
little
good,
engine
yeah.
that could.
You saw Gone Girl, Bernie. Have you seen anything?
I haven't seen any movies in 6 months.
Thanks for coming in, Bernie.
You're listening to the Local
You're on the
Celebrity
right
Show.
show.
But I can watch the trailers and tell you all about it.
Oh man, Gone Girl is a fantastic movie. I'm glad it's still in top
One of the
5.
best of the year, in my humble opinion.
I believe so. The performances, it's so well directed. Gone Girl is one to see. Very good.
Fantastic.
Don't take the kids.
No, do not take the kids or your grandmother. 4.6 million, 152.7 million in 7 weeks. Beyond the Lights, I'm not familiar with that movie.
Beyond the Lights.
Debuted at number 4, 6.5 in its first weekend. Interstellar held at number 3, 29.1 million, 97.8 million in 2 weeks. Big Hero 6 fell to number 2. Well, no, it didn't fall to number. Yes, it was in its second week. Fell to number 2. 36 million, 111 million in 2 weeks. And Dumb and Dumber 2
Dumb and Dumber 2.
debuted at number 1.
Wow. That's
38 million.
Dumb and Dumber 2. You know, I'm really glad this movie's making money.
As am I, because it'll keep Jim Carrey away from the drama.
Because comedies, especially comedy sequels,
Yes.
just do not make money.
20 years it's been since the last Dumb and Dumber
20
movie. So
years.
they took their time.
They did, and hopefully it'll turn over to audiences how wonderful it is. But I think the world was expecting a really bad movie.
I certainly
I know
was.
I was.
You had Sheldon and I went to a Thursday evening screening, and I required a bit of arm twisting.
Yes.
I was like,
I had to drag him out of his hobbit hole
He did.
and say, "You need to watch this movie."
I had to put pants on for this. So, I was trying to keep my expectations to
I
a
had to
minimum.
tie his shoes for him. He was not. He wasn't.
Yeah, that's
he
not
was
far-
holding on to his couch for dear life.
And I was pleasantly surprised. There are some big laughs in it.
There is.
I don't think it's consistently as funny as the original, but I did yuck it up more than I thought I would.
Yeah, it is surprisingly funny.
I do think, and maybe it's just me, but I do think Jim Carrey is coasting a bit. I think Jeff Daniels
brought it.
gives a far more energetic performance.
He was all in.
He was having a blast.
He was.
I felt like Jim Carrey was just cashing a paycheck.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. But I think when you look at comedy sequels, especially one of the most disappointing comedy sequels is, in my opinion, Anchorman. And I thought,
yeah, hopefully the legend will not continue any further.
99% of the jokes in Anchorman 2
fell flat.
Yeah. And at least Dumb and Dumber 2 has got quite a few hits.
It did, and it had me laughing very quickly.
It's got a few misses, that's for sure. But
they don't all hit the mark.
Yeah, I was smiling and laughing and then shaking my head, and it's just.
Yeah.
It's called Dumb and Dumber, people.
Exactly. What do you expect? It ain't War and Peace.
It's not going to be Interstellar.
And it features a cameo by an actress who was very prolific in the 80s.
Yes.
Especially.
You could say a horrific cameo.
Yes, the sex bomb has been defused. Let's just say that.
Bernie, what? Is it almost time?
What, do you have to be somewhere else, Bernie? You got another meeting this week?
There's a young lady that is featured in the film that is no longer young or lady.
I know. I almost dropped my bucket of popcorn.
It's
I was stunned.
It's what's her name?
Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner is in Dumb and Dumber 2. Bernie.
She is. We all did, Bernie. We all did.
I'm still not convinced.
Somebody put a mirror under her nose just to make sure.
She's no longer the girl that was in Body Heat and Jewel of the Nile.
No, not even the man with two brains.
She's come a long way, shall we say?
She's no Virginia Slim anymore.
No,
I'll tell you that right now.
She was great though.
She was.
I'm surprised we don't see her in more stuff because she's got the acting chops. She's got good timing.
She's got the comedy timing. She seemed to be having a good time.
Yeah. It was very interesting.
It was.
And it's good to see another comedy sequel do good in the box office. Because. I mean, even Grown Ups too. I mean, there's all these comedy sequels are just.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I would rather gouge my eyes out than sit through Grown Ups 3. Let's hope.
Oh, please! Oh, and I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, because it did like 150 million. So,
yeah, well,
comedy
sequels. Well, anyway, let's take a short break, and then when we come back, we've got a. We didn't even talk about what's going on in the show.
No, we haven't even. No.
It's going to be a fantastic show. We've got great guests coming in the studio. In fact, they're walking in as we speak. We've got. Pam, is it Pamela or just Pam? Pam. We've got Pam Arts in the studio, and I cannot wait to get her on the microphone and talk to her because she is fantastic and she's very well talented. We also we have a special someone we're trying to get on the phone
from Canada, eh?
From Canada, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens. All right,
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's take a quick break.
All right,
here we go. right, we have a special guest on the phone right now. We've got Greg Sager, a wonderful director right there. We're calling him from Canada. Is that right, Greg?
That is correct.
Greg, are you on the phone?
I am. Can you hear me?
Are you still there, Greg?
Hello. I'm here.
Greg?
Have we lost Greg?
I think
We lost Greg.
I think we lost Greg.
We had Greg on the phone.
No. Greg, you still there?
I can hear you guys.
It's nothing.
Are
You
you
can hear him out there? We just can't hear him here.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
There's Greg.
Yeah. The magic of cell phones.
Yes.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
How are you, Greg?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Awesome.
Very good. Thank you very much for joining us today on the local celebrity show with Sheldon Demke. I'm here with Sheldon Demke. And you're calling from Canada today, yes?
Yes, I am. Snowy Canada.
Yes, we're in Utah, and for me it's a little frigid in Utah at the moment. How's Canada?
We got about a half a foot of snow this morning, and it's pretty cold.
Nice.
Wow, half a foot. Wow, that's. There's no snow over here, thank goodness. But hey, you're calling us. You just wrapped on a film called Kingdom Come. Is that correct?
That is correct. We shot that, I think, just last year, but it's coming out on December 2nd.
December 2nd.
Yep.
All right, and that's getting a wide release.
Yeah, it's all across Canada and the U.S., so we've been released in some other countries, but our big one is always North America, so we're really excited about that.
Fantastic. And this is your second film, correct? That you've second feature, I should say, that you've directed.
Yeah, our first one I did was Double Seed, which came out, I believe, in 2010, and then we pretty much got that one out the door, and then went to work on Kingdom Come.
Oh, you're living the dream, man. You're living the dream, making films.
I'm trying.
And your first start was a short, is that correct? Willful Entrapment?
That was actually, I was just an AD on that one. I've been doing corporate videos for 10 years now, and it's just kind of this has always been my goal is in the feature market, but I had to pay my dues, so I've done 10, 12 years of corporates, commercials, and some very low budget music videos.
Does that having the commercial experience in the corporate world, did that make the transition into the film world easier for you?
Yeah, it's all practice. Like even now, each feature you do, you're always practicing and trying to improve on things, storytelling, shots and that sort of thing. So I don't think you ever really stop learning, and all that stuff. It was really a slow gateway to the feature stuff.
So your first passion is filmmaking. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. No question. I know the day it hit me. 1977, my dad took me to the drive-in to see Star Wars. So that generation.
I also saw Star Wars at a drive-in.
Did you really, Peter?
Yes, I did. Terrible sound, but a wonderful experience seeing Star Wars at a drive-in. And that was the film, that was the very first movie I ever saw, and that was the film that also sparked the movie love for me, too. So I'm right there with you on that one.
Yeah, we're not alone, I guarantee that.
And the films have a definitely of the horror ilk. Is that your bread and butter as far as film genre?
Yeah, because initially we're starting out with horror for obvious reasons. We don't need the Brad Pitts and Angelina Jolies of the world to be attached to it to sell it. Horror has a built-in market, so that's kind of I've got drama scripts, I've got all kinds of scripts, but it's just it was an easier sell than kind of any other genre. So we tend to, this one is kind of, we like supernatural thriller, but horror is just fine.
And where do you feel you would like to transition once you are more established and have an easier time with the financing and the selling? Where would you really like to go in terms of the film genre that you create?
I love this genre. Like there's something exciting about the genre. There's kind of not like drama. Your imagination is not limited in this by any regard in the horror genre. But I've got some drama stuff. I have some thriller stuff that I would love to do. I'd like to I don't want to get kind of pigeonholed into one genre, because that to me that would just get boring eventually. So I'd like to broaden out eventually and spread my wings, so to speak, and we'll see what happens.
Well, there's no shame in the horror genre. I think it's one of the best genres out there. It's like a roller coaster, Greg. It's you're creating these fun emotions, and people are going on this wild ride. You know.
Tell my wife that, because I can explain that same analogy.
Put your wife on the phone. We'll sort.
She's not here.
Oh man, but I do love horror. So what are your favorite horror movies that you've kind of gleaned from?
Oh, like, Devil Seed was kind of my homage to Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist, because like those are the ones I grew up on. One of my all-time favorites. It's more sci-fi, but to me it's horror, like Alien. Still, I watch it to this day, and I know everything's coming, but it holds up and it's scary, you know.
I can't tell you how many times over the years I've watched the Aliens sequel, and I get enjoyment out of it every single time. And another film I saw in the theater back in '86. What were your thoughts on Prometheus? Because that was a very dividing film as far as Alien fans were concerned.
I was mixed. It was beautifully done, and I from what I've heard, I think they really wanted to tie it in with the Alien, and that's kind of what, for me, blew it at the end. Like, just really, I don't think it initially, and I think it should have been its own kind of story. But it's all forced upon.
Yeah, the inclusion of the right, adding the alien as literally the last scene just felt like a tag shot to me to appease the fans.
Exactly.
Well, tell us a little bit more about Kingdom Come. I mean, what's it about?
Telling people about.
Yeah, just tell us. Yeah, tell us a little bit. You still there, Greg?
Yeah, you here?
Yeah, we're kind of you're breaking up a little bit. Just go ahead and start.
Okay. Basically, a bunch of group of strangers wake up in an abandoned hospital, and no one knows how or why they got there. And so the film is, them trying to figure out why they're there, and obviously how to get out. And then, the supernatural classic story of good versus evil kind of kicks in.
Wow, that sounds very exciting. My producer Bernie watched it last night, and she said it was just really fun. Just seriously, like I was saying, it's a roller coaster of the scares and the intensity of the scenes. It's really fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm very glad. Yeah, we try. Like, I love horrors that can have a sense of humor at some points.
Yeah.
Because it's that, the scare people a little bit, and then, at this moment of levity, and I think that makes the next time it gets a little intense, a little bit more scary than it would be otherwise.
What was the budget for that film?
Oh, like the time you get everything, we're looking at around $3 million. So by the time the dust settles and all the other stuff is tacked, because that's the problem with the film, you go in with one budget, and then all this stuff, P&A, everything gets tacked onto it. So. Deferments and stuff.
And what sort of
labor love?
What sort of shooting schedule did you have? Was it a quick shoot?
It was a very quick shoot. We had 21 days with the initial shoot, and then I think we did a 2 days pickup just to do insert shots and whatnot.
How did that differ from your previous film?
Oh, I had 20% more on this one than I did the previous film.
Nice.
Wow.
Like budget and time. We shot Devil Seed in 16 days.
Wow.
My goodness.
Yeah. I aged about 4 years, I think, after that.
As one would. And you shot both those films in Canada?
Yeah, both of them were pretty much locally in and around London, Ontario, just outside of Toronto, where we can do a lot more things for a lot less money.
Yeah.
There's this, well, I can't really say it, but, there's a scene at the end of the movie, where that scene would have cost, probably a couple $100,000 to do in Toronto, where it didn't cost us, nearly as much shooting it just, in London.
Nice. Well, hey, Greg, I've got a lot of local filmmakers listening to my show, and do you have any advice for anyone that's kind of trying to start out making film?
You know what? Just write. Like most of them, if you're a writer, write within your limits. Like, the first last thing you want to do if you're trying to produce a film, on a low budget, and, last thing you want to open a script and say it's raining out. Rain costs lots of money. So don't ever write something like that. But just do it. Just practice. Like you've got the means to do a short, and just be realistic about the story you're trying to tell, and the money you've got to tell it. Because the last thing you want to do is do something half cocked, and because of finances. So just stay within your means. It will come eventually. Our rule of thumb is 20% more, and it's kind of working out that way. Devil's Seed happened. We said, okay, let's do Kingdom Come, 20% more money, and 20% more time, and it just, it's practice. You're going to be practicing until they put you in the ground.
Nice. You've got the big premiere December 6th?
December 2nd is the
December
North America
2nd.
release.
And what's next for you? Are you working on a script right now? Do you have another project in the works?
We've got 2 or 3 in the pipe. We're doing one this winter that's a sci-fi. Think of Alien meets the Terminator.
Nice.
Terminator. So we're shooting that over the winter in chunks. And then we've got the other one that we're going to shoot this summer, which is my first thriller, which is going to be called Cheat.
Wow, fantastic.
Very nice.
Well, you're a busy man.
I try to keep busy.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, I'm so glad that that we got to talk to you today. It's always fun talking to people who've made it. They're out there. They're making films. They're making features, and they're living the dream. And I love it.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody this. I would do it for free.
Well, don't worry. We'll edit that part out.
We'll edit that part. Yeah. Thank you so much. This has been a really fun interview, and Greg Sager.
Thank you for joining us today, Greg.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
And
have a great day.
Good luck on all future projects.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, we'll take a quick break. We've got some people in the studio we need to talk to. We've got Pam Arts in the studio, right here.
In just moments.
So yeah, let's cut to a.
Why do you always ever only call me when you're high, Sheldon?
Madhouse!
I guess you're just lucky that way.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Hey, ladies and gentlemen of all ages.
Yes.
We've got a special guest here in the studio. We have Pam Arts in the studio right here. And she, well, let's just
Find out, shall we?
Let's find out.
Yes.
How's it going, Pam?
Oh, it's going good. How about you?
So great. I'm so glad we ended up getting you here in the studio because you are a hard person to get. You're kind of a high profile around here.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, it's true. It's true,
Yeah,
Peter.
we had to disperse a mob outside when they found out you were coming to the studio today.
Now, Pam, tell the audience, the world, who you are. I mean, you're this big director.
Well, I've done a lot of directing, a lot of theater, and now engaged in a couple of films coming up. I'm a writer also, and I think we're doing the Christmas Carol right now in Hurricane. It's going up in a couple of weeks, and I think it's the 16th time I've directed it. Not sure, something like that. Directed about 100 shows, you know what I mean? But love directing, love working with people, love kicking them around. You know, they put up with me, and we pretty much deliver good shows. You know.
So your main focus has been the stage, the theater.
It has been until just recently. A few years ago, I've always loved movies, and I've done work in movies. I've taught acting for film for a long time in California, and also voiceovers and vocals and things like that. But and I've done continuity and a little ADing and things like that. But as I became proficient in script writing, I discovered that I really liked the films I was writing to look like I wanted them to look. And so now we're on the big side of getting some films produced. So that's where we're going right now. And we also have a film school. The gentlemen with me are both in the film school, and they're doing crazy stuff. We're doing a promotion right now for Hurricane, video promo, and doing a lot of stuff for a lot of businesses around town. So
You brought a couple of your students with you. We've got Tristan and Alex, correct? Come to the microphone. Come see it.
That's correct. I'm Alex Cave, out from Texas. Just moved here recently, a few months ago, and currently in the film school.
And I'm Tristan. I've always lived here. I'm just kind of here when I act, and I do whatever Pam tells me to do, and yeah, that kind of thing.
As we all do, yeah.
As you should do.
Yeah, well done.
Well, both of these guys are very talented. They're not only talented in filmmaking, they're talented in acting and singing and things like that. So we're expecting them to do a lot of great things just on their own. Yeah.
And you're both very young lads. How long have you been acting?
I've been acting for about a year now, so not too long. I kind of want to hopefully do it for the rest of my life. I'm 17 now, so you know, hopefully I get to be like Pam eventually. Oh, that was rude. I'm sorry, Pam.
he meant that in a loving way. I know. Yeah.
You're a man, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, you know. Actually, no. Tristan is very talented. He's got a lot of stuff that he can do. In the Christmas Carol we're doing right now, he's playing 4 different parts.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I'm Tom Jenkins, the Ghost of Christmas Present, Marley, and young Ebenezer Scrooge.
so a few costume changes in there for you.
A bit.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
And
yeah.
how many roles are you playing, Alex?
I am currently not in any of the theater productions. I've only done one play back in high school, though I am looking to change that. I would very much like to get some acting experience so that later on, as a director, I can give what I need to give for my actors and communicate properly with them. So currently working on building up the acting resume.
Nice.
Not a whole lot there yet. More of a directing role is what I've done in the past.
Right. And what inspired you to catch the acting bug?
The one play I did back in high school I did really enjoy, and I wanted to do more, but the opportunity wasn't there simply because of all the homework and extra other stuff I was doing at the time. And so I didn't know other people outside of the high school theater that were doing projects for film or other theater projects, and so I didn't have the opportunity then, but now that I'm here and there is that opportunity, it's something I want to continue exploring and growing proficient in.
Very cool. Now, Pam, how long have you been here in southern Utah?
May 10th, I arrived.
So not very long.
There was a hurricane Kane in Hurricane the night I got here, so it was very interesting. Yeah, and this is number 4 production since we've been here.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been a busy woman.
You dove right
Very
into the
much.
deep end, didn't you, Pam?
Yeah, we did a children's theater of Alice in Wonderland first, and then Pirates of Penzance. Then we just finished Dracula, the musical, and we actually did that at this Coral Cinema 8. Coral Cliff Cinema 8. Very interesting. We had audience in the round for that. It was a very interesting experience. And now we're doing A Christmas Carol, which is going to be kind of a Dickens fest all in itself. We're going to have people there that have all kinds of goodies and all sorts of things, and doing that at the Hurricane Arts Center. So.
And what's the average theater crew that you're directing? What's it like directing such a large ensemble of people?
Well, I wish they were larger, but I like it. I like it a lot. And everybody, once they get used to me, I tell them, most of the time I'm joking. It's up to you to know when I'm not. All right. But once they get used to me, we really fly. Like, we don't take a long time, obviously, to put a show together. And when we were up north I did several things in Springville and Park City and things like that. We would have people come from as far south as, or I guess it's south, as Las Vegas. They'd come from Montana, they'd come from Wyoming or Idaho to see every Gilbert and Sullivan we ever did, just because they loved it so much. So I always tell people the reason our shows are pretty successful is because we know where the jokes are. We know what we're saying and what we're talking about. So Christmas Carol is very familiar. People know this one,
I'm not familiar with it at all. Could you give us a little...
Oh, come on. You need to come and be in the show with us. Anyway.
I will. I'll do it.
But, it's basically old Scrooge and his redemption when he meets these 3 ghosts and Marley, who's also a ghost, who comes and tells him, my fate is yours, dude, unless you turn your life around. And it's every year I go, do I want to do this? And then I go, then I start looking at it and I go, yes, because it's such a wonderful story.
It is.
It's a wonderful story. So
I'm constantly going over to Peter's house and telling him to change his ways. And it hasn't worked yet. And if I were a ghost, maybe it would take some effect. Hey,
many have tried to change my ways and all have failed.
You're listening to the Local Celebrity Show. We're here with Pam Arts. You can see us on ktim.org. We've got a little camera.
Yes, we have the cameras on today.
Alex is kind of covering the camera, but there you are.
There.
Oh, Pam's in here. ktim.org. Hey, so Pam, so you came from, where did you come from, California?
Yeah, originally from California. I was, raised there, and we had a performing arts center in Redondo Beach, 2 blocks from the beach. I missed that. We'd have our acting classes sometimes out in the sand, And then ended up in Utah because we had so many relatives here and weren't sure why we were here for a while. Did a lot of things in Orem and Utah County. When I first got to Utah County, the only theater they'd ever heard of was Seven Brides, Seven Brothers. And now it really has changed. Utah County's become very, very cultured. I'm blown away by them. And then we've done some things in Park City and Summit County and quite a bit like that. And then we had some property problems, and we were deciding we were going to go to Salt Lake. And the mayor of Hurricane heard about us and asked me to come down and visit with him. And just said, we'd like to have you down here. So the city's not supporting us or anything, but we do have space at the community center so we can rehearse and do those sorts of things. And the mayor's just a wonderful guy. We really appreciate him. So it's been very interesting to be here. Very interesting, get acquainted with everybody.
And you also teach acting, if I am not mistaken. You've taught the likes of Dan Fowlkes and Blackhawk Walters.
Yes, and Raven Kane.
Right, who I spoke to last week. I had on my show last week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He mentioned his Dracula performance.
Yeah, I teach him voice, too.
Nice. Well, you're doing, I can tell you're doing a stellar job.
Yeah.
We'd like to get some dirt on Dan Fowlkes.
Okay, well, Dan, the dirt on him is that he's a really talented guy. And when I did a acting seminar in California. I did them all the time, and I've done some for Utah agents. And most of the time, the actors will come to me afterwards and go, "I have never heard any of this before, and I've been to 50 of these. You know what I mean? Because I'm really, really about how to really do it right now. You know what I mean? And so we did one up in Hurricane. Dan was there, and very talented person. In fact, we are holding a monthly film networking forum every month, second Saturday of every month, and Dan is going to be our main speaker of this next networking meeting. So
very nice.
We like this guy a lot. He's a cool guy.
As do we. He's a regular on the show. Always have a good time with Dan.
He always pops in.
He does.
Mostly unexpected, but now we've come to expect him.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I really like about Dan too is he is doing it.
He is.
You know, I mean, a lot of people talk about film, but they don't do it.
He's out there pounding the pavement.
Yep, he is.
Putting the pieces together, making the films.
One thing about one of the films that we're trying to get up right now is that actually Black Hawk is making a film of his own right now, and we're going to be involved in helping him make that. And then afterwards, he has dedicated himself to producing one of our films, which is a silly Western. Its great redeeming value is it's utterly stupid.
You got me in the front row, I'll tell you right now.
But our readers, you know, I sent out to a couple of readers, and they scare me to death because they're really good, you know. But one of them came back to me and said, Pam, this is Monty Python meets the Sting, because it's a con game, but you don't really know it till the end, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So we're really looking forward to that. And also another movie we're working on, Aerostorm is looking for people to make films where they don't have to be the crew, but they'll produce it. They did that for Serotonin Approach. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that film. That was actually a friend of ours that wrote and directed that. But they produced it, but they didn't. He got it distributed, Garrett Batty and all that sort of things. Anyway, they're looking at one of our films to do the same thing. So we'll know in January about that one too. It's a fantasy, so we're really excited about that too.
Monty Python fantasy?
No, this one is actually the story of Cinderella, Rapunzel, and Sleeping Beauty, but it's all from the prince's point of view. So it's fencing, fighting, torture, all that stuff, and all the villains and flying dragons. And Nathan Riddle from Little Hollywood is going to do our CGI stuff, and we're really excited about that one.
Nice.
So.
And who wrote this one?
I did.
Wow.
I'm a writer. Yeah, I love writing. Yeah, and I'm good. No brag, just fact. I'm good at what I do in writing. I really love it.
What inspires the writing bug for you? Do you have a little notebook that you're constantly jotting things down?
No, I'm not one of those. It's all in the brain.
I'm sorry, what?
That fuzzy thing in my head.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I had an experience with. I have several screenplays. One of them is one called Zorro, Zorro the musical, and I got really sick. I was up north and I was really sick, and then I started getting well, and I was too sick to go outside and not sick enough to lay down. So I thought, this is it for me. I'm going to write this thing, and I'm going to do it now. And so I wrote it, and it was 160 pages.
Wow.
And then but I had to make it 120 pages. And so then I cut 40 pages off without destroying any of the story and that was a huge learning tool for me. I went, whoa. You know, and it was the best thing I ever did for myself. So, anyway.
Fantastic. So you're teaching acting. You're doing. There's a list of things that you're doing right now. That's incredible. And you're in Hurricane right now. You're taking that place by storm. It's. I mean, it might as well be called the Pam Arts Town.
We hope so. Yeah, I mean, we're just getting people to know we're here. You know, I mean, that's been very interesting. We found that Hurricane is like Park City. You have to put something in 15 different little newspapers before anybody sees anything. Park City, same way. Well, if I was in Salt Lake, 2 newspapers, everybody know. You know what I mean? But here, you just reaching the people and going, oh, you really do this. You're for real.
I think St. George is fairly similar. I mean, we've been doing these guerrilla film competitions for, 13 years now.
13 of them now, yeah.
And people still have no idea. And we're in the Spectrum, we're in the Independent, we're in all these different places, and people still, it's just, but we still get a good crowd for those.
We do. I mean, yeah.
It's the same people over and over.
Constantly be doing the networking to keep people aware that you're out there doing it.
Facebook helps with that too.
It does.
It's crazy, and I'm really glad. I mean, you've only been here since May, and look what you've done.
You didn't waste much time, did you, Ben?
Well, we're still working on it. You know, we want to get our schools programs really built. We've got a film school. We have the oldest high school for the arts program in Utah. It's a private school. It's not a charter school, and so we're building that. It's based on the arts, but it's also based on freedom, which is a little scary for parents, but the kids get it right away. You know, and help them to achieve the things they want in life. We've had Adam Abel. Do you guys know who he is?
Not familiar with that.
Saints and Soldiers. He produced all those. He spent his senior year with us at Paramount Studios. We got him the interview. He got the internship.
Nice.
You know, and so, and we have people that have graduated from our school that are history professors, some of the greatest musicians in Utah, that kind of thing, filmmakers, and all very intelligent. Everybody that chose to go to college made it. I mean, 100%. You know, it's been a really good program. So we're establishing that down here, as well as the film school, which is relatively new. You know, but we've still won. You know, we're an award-winning school. We've won some awards. So.
Where do you find the time for all this? Do you start your day at about 2 a.m.?
Yeah, about 6 hours sleep. That's good for me.
How do people get a hold of you, Pam? If someone wants to do acting classes or if they want to be a part of your film school, how do people get a hold of you?
The best way is to email me. I live on the computer. So our official email address is ESC, that's Emerson Smith College, that's our umbrella program, ESC _ arts at hotmail.com.
ESC _
arts
at hotmail.com.
That's it. That's the best way to get a hold of us. Or Facebook me, Pamela Arts on Facebook. You can get a hold of us there. And Real School is also on Facebook too.
Real School?
Yeah. REEL School.
All right, and that's you can go on there and find Pam, or find her on Facebook, Pamela Arts. What's next? What's something that you're not working on yet, but you're getting there?
I'm looking forward to summer stock. 5 shows, 10 weeks, 3 days between shows. When you get out of summer stock, you know theater. It's not a mystery.
Where is summer stock?
We're going to do it in Hurricane. Right?
Really?
Yeah, we've just gotten our own buildings. They're not ready yet. It's going to take us 2 or 3 months to get them ready because they've never been finished inside. And but we're still working with the Hurricane Art Center and all that. But so we can do small shows, big shows, and make sure everything's going on at the same time. But yeah, it's going to be in Hurricane, and I've done summer stock several summers, and believe me, one of the guys that played my Don Lockwood in Singing in the Rain in summer stock also learned tech during summer stock, and tech directed that show and made it rain while he was having to tap dance, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you know theater in and out.
It's a theater fast track.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sounds exhausting, but it sounds amazing.
Does.
All right, let's talk to your students. Tristan, what's next for you?
Summer stock. 5 shows, 3 days in between shows.
You ready to make it rain, Tristan?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully I can learn a lot. Pamela's kind of forcing me into it, but it'll be fun. Yeah.
Alex, films coming up?
Outside of the school, not so much, other than just small personal projects, but looking to learn more of the tech side of directing, as well as doing some special effects, hopefully in the near future, and learning how to make all those work.
Nice.
So you got personal projects. I want to hear about these personal projects.
It's basically just me and my GoPro going at it at Spartan races, on trips, just learning different styles and ways of editing different styles of video. We did a prank out in Los Angeles where a friend and I, coworker actually, we danced and got a local street performer to like announce that I was gonna make a special announcement, and it was nerve-wracking, but we faked that I proposed to her, and then our other mutual friend came in and pretended as if she was also gonna propose, and so you have this moment of, oh yeah, the guy got the girl, and then suddenly this other girl comes in and you're like, what's going on? And all you notice is that suddenly there's conflict. And so that's posted, and you can see people in the background are like, yeah, and they're all cheering and happy, and then the next moment they're like, what is going on? They have no idea. And that was the whole point, was to see how do people react when you have this triumphant moment and then suddenly out of nowhere conflict. And it's pretty fun. So it's just a lot of different editing styles currently.
Where can we find some of your stuff?
All my stuff is posted on YouTube at youtube.com/Alex. I'm sorry, Cave Alex. Last name, first name. And that's where you can find me. I'm also on Facebook, Alex Cave. One thing to note is it's Alex with an I, so ALIX. Last name CAVE. And that's where you can find me, Facebook or YouTube as well.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad you guys came in the studio. This has been a really fun interview. I'm really looking forward to what all of you have in the future. And Summer Stock sounds incredible. Peter and I are going to be there, front row.
Oh, definitely.
Come back.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, we're just about.
We are.
Wow.
We are.
That is a fast hour.
It flies
Peter.
by, doesn't it?
Doesn't it really?
Just flies by.
Gosh, I love it.
You know, triumphant moments followed by conflict sounds like the story of my life. Really.
Alex should be shooting
he
you
should just follow me around with his GoPro.
full time.
He'll get all the triumphant moments and conflict he wants.
People are going to be cheering and then like, oh.
And they'll be like, what's going on? Did he just fall?
Man. That's coming to YouTube very soon.
Yes.
Like us on Facebook, KTIM Local Celebrity Show, or you can find Peter at KTIM Peter Gunn Show. Peter has his own show.
Yes, I'll be back this afternoon from 5 to 7, as I am every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, to rock your face off.
He does. I have to put my face back on after every show.
Literally, you will have to reattach your face at the end of the show. Triumph followed by conflict.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to the Local Celebrity Show. Tune in next Monday from noon to 1 when we dip our toes into the world of film, both national and local.
It's a movie Monday every Monday now from noon to 1.
Because I am the local celebrity. One celebrity to rule them all.
And none shall pass.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
True Community Radio, KTIM.